Hey YouTube, it's Rad Chick. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's been a little over 2 years since I had brain and neck surgery, and it has taken forever to recover from that. And I've had lots of little surgeries since. I'm going to try to hold the phone straight here. I got to film it like this because I can't hold my phone otherwise, or I'd be shaky. Still having a lot of problems with my vision. I see double out of each eye. I've had septicemia in the last 2 months. Had to have jaw surgery. I had to have jaw surgery on 3/11, so I couldn't do anything for that. I still get hit up all the time by RT and Deutsche Welle, Al Jazeera to do interviews on pretty much everything but Fukushima or Chernobyl. And today is the 34th anniversary of Chernobyl. And of course, not a single outlet has hit me up about the fires that have been going on for the entire month of April. And there's been all kinds of misinformation about the fires themselves. And the only good information that I've gotten is from people on Twitter who live in the Ukraine. And really, what I've seen is that the fires got within a mile, even less than a mile, from the reactor complex itself. The Guardian had posted images of, actual video of Pripyat burning, and the people in the Ukraine have said that all the tourist attractions, the wooden structures, the city itself has burned, and pretty much everything but the Duga array is gone. They saved the horses, but that was my neck cracking. But everything else is gone. And the fires are still going on, but the Weather Channel, they've reported that the fires only lasted the first 2 weeks. RT has shown like clips here and there of things burning that don't even show anything close to the reactor complex. So there's all kinds of misinformation going on about the Chernobyl fires. Now, I haven't received any info from anybody with a Geiger counter on the coast saying that they've had high readings. And no shortage of bugs here in the North Florida forest, by the way. They're reporting shortages of bugs in a lot of other places. So I don't know what the deal is, and maybe people just have their hands full with COVID and they're not like checking or reporting. I really don't know. There's been such a clampdown of information lately that it's really hard to tell what is going on with anything right now, what's truthful or not. There's just misinfo and disinfo, and then there's Fukushima itself. Let's talk about Fukushima for a moment, since we missed out on the 3/11 anniversary. I wrote an article for Sputnik. They wanted me to do, oh God, my hand's shaking, sorry about that. They wanted me to do an interview about the radioactive water situation, which I did a written interview like back in, I want to say December, maybe it was September, October, and how it would affect the Olympics, which I did, and they didn't promote it at all. Usually their stuff gets shared widely. I think it got like 27 retweets. So they put it up, they asked me to do it, and then they didn't even promote it at all. So it was like, just a big waste of my time. And, I get hit up by these other outlets to do like commentary or like a pundit opinion piece on treaties that I've never even heard of, Westinghouse leaks that are in the middle of nowhere. And, I write back to them and I'm like, I just cover Fukushima. I don't, or Chernobyl or like the big stuff. I don't have an interest in doing any of the smaller stuff. It takes too much energy and time out of like my daily rehab and things that I have to do. Like, it's hard enough for me to remember to eat, let alone try to pull an article out of my ass at that, you know, under the circumstances. And so, but they continue to do it, and I don't know if they're like trying to gauge, you know, where I'm at in my recovery or what it is. But I don't even want to talk to these people anymore. Honestly, I just don't. I just don't trust anything that is going on. And with this COVID situation, things have gotten really scary. And when I say scary, I don't mean, well, yeah, I mean scary. All right. You know, I was one of the first people to report on the COVID situation in the middle of January. Beginning of January, actually, is when I started following it with a couple of researchers because we were paying attention to the pneumonia outbreak in Wuhan and the proximity of the virology lab. And it just, you know, turned into what it is now. And so I thought I had a handle on it. And, you know, first we had the L strain and the S strain. And now, you know, yesterday they're reporting, no, there's 270 different strains. What? You know, where did we go from having 2 variants of this virus to 270, and supposedly it's getting stronger? I mean, I understand that can happen if you're sequestering the population and now the virus wants to infect more people. You know, and that's how, you know, viruses behave in theory anyway. And it's you know, a very complicated subject, which I'm not going to get into in this video. You can watch all kinds of other information about it if you want to. But it's another thing that it seems like, where are the doctors and the infectious disease specialists? Where are they? Why aren't they speaking out about the things that don't make sense, like the virus jumping 30 feet from MIT? I mean, that's just ridiculous. We've got, you know, 4-inch grasshoppers here in North Florida that can't even jump 30 feet. Like, this is just sounds like utter bullshit to me. I definitely believe Francis Boyle, who is, you know, the Francis Boyle came out early on when this virus was released into the public and came over to the United States saying that it was a bioweapon. He wrote the Bioweapons Act under George Bush. He didn't work for Bush. He's a bioweapons expert who wrote the Bioweapons Act, and it's been confirmed by numerous other people that it is an engineered virus. And I don't know why so many doctors don't want to talk about this. They're in complete denial, or they're afraid that they're going to get ostracized for talking about it, that it has HIV inserts. I mean, this has been like confirmed over and over again by numerous people, and you can listen to Dr. Shiva, the inventor of email. You can listen to Dr. Buttar, who talks about this extensively in a number of viral videos. This virus was engineered, and you know, why it attacks people in incredible veracity and others it doesn't, I don't know. And why it caused the first woman in California to get it, why it caused her heart to rupture, which it did if you read her autopsy report, and others it gives them like a common cold, I don't know. And can it reactivate? You know, Chinese scientists and Indian scientists have reported that they have found it in the brainstem of patients. So is this something that has already been in our systems and then got activated somehow? Is it live in your body like chicken pox, like shingles? You know, that is something that seems to be coming to light now. It's very dangerous if that's what it is. I just don't know. I don't have enough information. We've only been 3 months into this, and I learn something new about this every day, sometimes every hour. You can't get so caught up in this that you're at a point where you're not sleeping and your stomach is hurting and it's like, oh my God, what do I do? But you do have to prepare for some of the things that are happening now, like the plant closures and the food shortages that are coming our way. That is extremely significant. So I would suggest that you take any kind of stimulus package and you take any kind of money that you get from your employer or that you have saved up and you put it into food, or you put it into seeds and gardening, and you get on that like now. And I mean like yesterday. And if you can't do it outside because of the weather and the continued cold up in the north, that you do it in your windowsills, and you look into microgreens and you look into windowsill gardening if you're in an apartment, or rooftop gardening. And you start looking into this like with your neighbors, because food is really going to be a problem. And especially if we get a second wave of this, which I think we will. It's horrendous what's happening, and whether or not this virus was released intentionally or accidentally, it appears that our government is taking advantage of the situation, and that the situation is being used by the powers that be to promote some type of agenda where we will be tested, vaccinated, and chipped. Just like Aaron Russo had said long ago from a conversation that he had with the Rockefeller family, or a member of the Rockefeller family. And if you haven't seen that video, I will attach it below. So, I don't know what's going on really, and I just know that I'm going to do everything I can to stay healthy, and I suggest that you do the same. Please share love, caring, and concern for your fellow man. Now more than ever, stay safe and stay healthy, everyone.